Hello, Sycamore. It's story time, and we haven't got many pages left. Only 2 chapters to go. We're on chapter 29. The other children go home. We must go down and take a look at our little friends before we do anything else, said Mr. Wonka. He pressed a different button and the lift dropped lower, and soon it was just hovering above the entrance gates to the factory. Looking down, Charlie could see the children and their parents. They were standing in a little group just inside the factory gates. I can only see 3, he said. Who's missing? Ah, said Mr. Wonka, I expect that's Mike TV. He'll be coming along soon. Do you see the trucks? Mr. Wonka pointed to a line of gigantic covered vans parked in a line nearby. Yes, Charlie said. What are they for? Don't you remember what it said on the golden tickets? Every child goes home with a lifetime supply of sweets. There's 1 truckload for each of them, loaded completely to the brim. Aha, Mr. Wonka went on. There goes our friend Augustus Gloop. Do you see him? He's getting into the first truck with his mother and father. You mean he's really all right? Asked Charlie, astonished, even after going up that awful pipe. He's very much all right, said Mr. Wonka. He's changed, said Grandpa Joe, peering through the glass wall of the elevator. He used to be, well, quite fat, and now he's as thin as a straw. Of course he's changed, said Mr. Wonka, laughing. He got squeezed, don't you remember, in the pipe? And look, there goes Miss Violet Beauregard, the great gum chewer. Seems as though they've managed to de-juice her after all. I'm so glad. And how healthy she looks. Much better than before. But, said Grandpa Joe, she's purple in the face. So she is, said Mr. Wonka. Oh, well, there's nothing we can do about that. Good gracious, cried Charlie. Look at poor Veruca Salt and Mr. Salt and Mrs. Salt. They're simply covered in rubbish. You see that picture of the children there? I don't know whether you can see. And here comes Mike TV, said Grandpa Joe. Good heavens, what have they done to him? He's about 10 feet tall and he's as thin as a wire. I think they've overstretched him on the gum stretching machine, said Mr. Wonka. How very careless of them. Gosh, how dreadful for him, cried Charlie. Nonsense, said Mr. Wonka. He's very lucky. Every basketball team in the country will be trying to get him to play for them. But now, he added, it's time we left these 4 silly children. I have something very important I want to talk to you about, my dear Charlie. Mr. Wonka pressed another button and the lift swung upwards into the sky. Wonder what he's going to talk to Charlie about. We'll have to wait and find out. Tomorrow, Mrs. Jenkins will read chapter 30, and that's the last chapter in the book. All right, children, have a lovely evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.